So yes, lovely. Thank you for all muting, because otherwise we get chickens and kids and car horns and everything. Anyway, good evening. My name is Inga Stevenson. Very welcome to this Zoom call where we're going to discuss 5 billion. My co-host is Ellen McShane, who is in the US, good friend and fellow networker. And together we just want to talk you through this and give you the best picture that we can to help you. I mean, it's very simple. We register for free, as you know. We invite people with our link and we're going to make money. But there are some things, there's just somebody else joining now. There are some things that have cropped up this week. And mainly there's a little bit of a misunderstanding. Okay, I'm just gonna wait a couple of minutes here. It's difficult for some people to get a good connection. I appreciate you all being on time, but it's just in certain areas of the world that it's very difficult for them to connect. Anyway, back to it. What's transpired? Oh, here we go again. What's transpired over the last few days is that people seem to be misunderstanding what actually 5 billion is all about. Some people think it's a social media platform like Facebook or Twitter. It is not. 5 billion sales is a program. Somebody might have told you that, you know, we would be targeted with ads and blah, blah, blah. This is not so. 5 billion sales is simply a program that collects data. That's it. In the same way that when you click on any app or service or anything else, they collect your data. That's what 5 billion does. As you know, or as I hope you know, there are many different kinds of data. There's banking data that your bank app or when you make a card payment, your bank will collect data. There's travel data, there's GPS data, there's shopping data, but the most valuable of all data is social media data. And what 5 billion have done is they've developed a program called Service One, which essentially will pay us for our data. It will pay us $400 a year each for our data to be a user. There is a distinct difference between being a user and being an affiliate. We can choose to allow 5 billion to mine and sell our data. Again, all of these big companies, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, the biggest collector of data, as I'm sure you've heard me say, is Jeff Bezos, because Amazon knows everything about us. They know when we shop, how we shop, who we shop for, what time of the day people shop the most, how much we spend, and so on. He became the richest guy in the world, not from selling stuff on Amazon. It was because of data, because the data allowed him or Amazon to direct the traffic to the goods which made the money. Facebook does the same with advertising. They collect our data and they sell it to advertisers. Could be Levi's, could be McDonald's, it could be John Lewis, it could be anybody. It depends what kind of data is required. So social media data is the most valuable data of all the datas. And Service One from 5 billion, it's just a program. The way we click on any terms and conditions now, we are basically allowing, previously these companies took our data without our permission, but now we actually give them permission by clicking on terms and conditions, allowing cookies or whatever it is that we do, we allow them to mine and sell our data. So we're basically giving them permission to make money from our data. It's our data, we should be paid for it. So essentially this Service One, we'll probably, I don't know how they're going to do it, we'll probably get a little link that says, now do you agree, when the site goes live, that we can mine and sell your data and you will be paid $400 for that. And we go, yes. And then we will be paid $400 a year, every year for our data. It's as simple as that. So 5 billion sales is a program rather than a platform. It's not a platform. We don't have to tweet or post or do anything. We just basically get involved and we get paid for doing what we would normally do anyway. So the system is great because nobody's ever paid me for my data before, But what 5 billion have done to make it really attractive for them and for us, because of course, the more data they have, the more money they can make, and the better it is for everybody. They have developed an affiliate program, which essentially says that we can get paid for our data, but it doesn't stop there. We can invite people too, and we will earn money. So on the first level, of everybody that you invite who uses Service One, they have to be a user of Service One, you will be paid $100 for everybody that you invite on your first level. And everybody that they invite between levels 2 and 16, you will be paid $5 per person for. This equates to an awful lot of money. Seriously, a lot of money. Now, anybody, we can choose to be a user. We don't have to be a user. You can still be an affiliate, i.e. doing the business and inviting people, and you don't have to be a user. For example, I could say, I'm sorry, I want to make money, but I don't want to give you my data. And they would say, okay, that's fine, you can be an affiliate. However, I'm not going to say no to a free $400 because every social media platform that I'm on are taking my data anyway. So that's that. The next level, as I say, is level 1. But anybody of 14 years old and above can be a user when the site goes live. At the moment, we're in the beta phase where 5,000 members have been chosen by a computer-generated program to test the site, basically, test the payment systems, because we're about to go live in 41 days' time. So they have to make sure that all the payment systems are in place. They need to collect the data and they need to pay people. So that's what's happening right now. In 41 days' time, we're going to go live. Then we all have the option of being a user, selling our data for $400 a year. I think nearly everybody here is going to say, yes, thank you, I would like that free $400. Every single person that you invite directly on level 1, you will be paid $100 for. And again, when they invite people, you will be paid $5 a person. Anybody who is over 14 can be a user and sell their data, but they can't be an affiliate until they're 18 years of age. So for example, if somebody has, parents have a couple of teenagers in the house, the wife can sign up her husband. The wife will get $400 for her data. She will get $100 for inviting her husband. The husband will get $400 for his data. And if he invites the 2 kids, he will get $100 each for them, and the kids will earn $400. So within a household of a couple with 2 kids, that is $1,800 a year that they will get for just doing that, which is pretty damn incredible, seeing as everybody's online and nobody ever paid them before. So that's the distinction. We are not a social media platform. It's a program that collects data anonymously, not personally. It doesn't say, oh, Ellen's looking at dancing ponies and Inga's looking at men in motorcycle clothes or anything like that, okay? It's just gathered anonymously and sold. If a user is using, you get $400. Everybody you invite directly gets $100 and so on, and $5, so on to 16 levels deep. I'm sure I don't need to tell you that this equates to an awful lot of money. It's actually huge. Even if they only wanted to pay us half the amount of money that they do, it's absolutely huge. So with this in mind, we have an opportunity here to invite people, because if we invite people and share the love and show them how to make money, the more people we help, the more money that we will make. And everybody here who is on the call came to 5 billion because you want to make money. Now, I say this a lot. Some people believe me and some people don't. But essentially, every single person on this call within 2 years is capable very easily of becoming a US dollar millionaire. It's not a joke. I'm perfectly serious. Very easily done. You just have to calculate how much money you will make. For example, if you have 10 direct people, you will get $1,000 a year. They're going to pay us, and if those people go out and invite 10 people each, that's $100 from them. There's another 1,000, and so on and so on. So imagine we're not going to be paid. This is a payment that we get over the year, but we're not going to be paid before the data has been mined, and we don't have to wait till the end of the year. 5 billion are going to pay us either every 7 or every 14 days. They haven't quite decided yet. And once the money starts to come in, it will just be continuous. And you will earn this money forever, as long as they can mine your data. Now, when we say you get $100 for everybody that you invite, that doesn't mean to say that you just sign up, the lady around the corner and she doesn't become a user. She needs to use service one. And that's when you get the $100. You're not going to get $100 for nothing. It's not Disney. So you will get, if she uses service one, she will get $400 and you will get $100. So this is why it's important to inform everybody of what's going on. I would say that 99.9% of people will become users because it's a free $400 a year. And even if somebody invites just one person, which as an affiliate you have to do to stay free forever in 5 billion. As you know, you all registered for free, but after the launch, 5 billion have said that there will be an affiliate fee for all new people. Never for us who came in pre-launch, as long as we have one other person in our team. It's not hard to find one person who wants to sign up for free to make money. As long as you have that one person, it's free for you forever. And that means automatically, if that's all that you do, you're going to get $500 a month, which is $41.50. You will get $500 a year, which is like $41.50 per month, every month for free. No obligations, no fees, no targets. So that's actually really incredible in itself. We don't know what the affiliate fee is going to be, but it's going to be low, because if it was to be very high, nobody's going to want to be an affiliate. So it would be a waste of time, the whole situation. So essentially, whatever we're expecting, it's going to be manageable. And certainly the potential to earn great wealth is here. And it's very simple. It's three components, actually. It's register for free, again, as you all know, inviting people with your link, sharing the link, and then you make money. And that is simply it. Now, we're holding these Zooms to try and educate people about the data situation, because the more information that you have, the more able you will be to explain this, because some people will say to you, and they probably have already, oh, 400, nobody's going to give us that, because they don't understand, okay? $400 for my social media data, I'm telling you, is nothing compared to what 5 billion will make from my data for a year. It will be minimum $1,000 because they're going to cover themselves. It could be $5,000 or even more. My social media, and I'm not big on social media, but within the year, they've been very smart in the way that they've done it, because they've obviously averaged it out and thought, okay, that's a good amount, we can afford to pay everybody that. So the data is obviously worth a lot more, because again, it's the most valuable of all datas. Why? Because people visit different sites, and it's a leisure thing, it's social media. So people are on there for not just for work reasons. It's not like GPS or banking or anything like that. It's for socializing, and people spend more time on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram than other kind of platforms. So therefore, the data, or the potential to gather data, is greater. And yeah, I mean, that is essentially it. It's very simple, but we want people to understand, we want to help you, help people to make money, because this is such a great opportunity, because it's an equal opportunity. This is why I like it. This is why Ellen likes it, because some of you may be in other businesses whereby you have great people, but they can't afford to buy products, or they can't afford to buy crypto, or they can't afford to invest in an opportunity. This is completely free, because somebody in Kathmandu might spend as much time on Facebook as somebody in Los Angeles or Singapore or London. So this is it doesn't matter, gender, age, race, religion, academic ability, all goes out of the window. It doesn't matter. And I'll tell you, my 86-year-old mother spends more time on her iPad than I spend on mine. That just shows you it's an equal opportunity for anybody. So just want to be clear again, because again, misunderstandings happen. We are not a social media platform. 5 billion sales is a program. It's a program, it's an affiliate program that basically collects data and allows us to make money from that data, as well as inviting other people to make money from that data. Our personal data is worth $400 a year. We will be paid. We do not have to use Service One. We can still do the business without using Service One. But again, I don't think anybody's going to refuse a free $400. Anybody from the ages of 14 up can use Service One and be a user and be paid $400. But you can only be an affiliate and be doing the business if you are 18 plus. So it's as simple as that. We register for free, we share our link, and we make money. The site is now in the beta phase, where these 5,000 people are being paid in real time to test the system. Because it's a global company and because they want to put money into the hands of the people who need it most, 5 billion have so far put on certain payment systems, but they want to hear from us about which payment systems we want, because certain countries have things that are specific to them, but their nation, like for example, Vietnam, has 2 or 3 different payment systems that have nothing to do with the rest of the world, and that's how they choose to be paid. So currently we can be paid directly to our bank account, we can be paid via PayPal, there are some more other systems coming, we can be paid in US dollars or probably other currencies, and we can also be paid in 3 different kinds of crypto. If you go to your news feed, you will see that 5 billion sales are asking for us to tell them how we would like to be paid, because they don't know everything and they're trying to facilitate everybody being paid because they want to pay us for what we're doing here. Now, thank you, Ryan, he's just posted that link there. Now, there's a lady on the 3 o'clock call from Rwanda, and she was a refugee, and she said that there were a lot of displaced people who don't have ID documents right now because they're refugees, and therefore they can't open a bank account. So I have advised her to write to 5B and explain the situation, because they can all receive payments from their phone. I, in the meantime, have written to head office myself, and they wrote back and said, exactly, do that. Either contact us through the news link or contact us directly if you have a situation that's like that, and they will try and work something out and find out from you which is the best way to be paid. I don't think any of you are refugees, but you might come across somebody. And in this situation, this is great, because 5 billion can help these people, really help these people. Because the way this is going to go is we have 41 days now to launch, which Ellen, I think, worked out as the 20th or the 21st of December. After launch, there has to be some time, of course, for 5 billion to collect the data. But by the end of January, we will all be being paid. And that is phenomenal. So somebody who's in a really negative financial situation like that, they will have real money in their hands, not just $10 or $15. They will have hundreds of dollars if they do this, thousands of dollars. So this is very, very exciting. You know, the more people you help, the more money you will make. So I encourage everybody to learn the basics. It's really not very difficult, and to share, because people don't know about this. This is really new. It's a dynamic, groundbreaking company, and they want to share the wealth, because the more we share, the more money we make. We help people, but the better it is for 5 billion, because the more data they have, the bigger they will be. And they want to be number one in the world. They really do, because the whole approach is incredible, but they want to share the wealth. I've never seen anything like this in my life. It's absolutely blows me away every day. that we have this power actually to help people. And it's real. I mean, it's very real. A couple of you on here, I think maybe Ryan and a couple of other people. I have a young guy in India called Vivek, who I met a few weeks ago on LinkedIn, young man, student. And we got chatting and he said, I don't know, is it real? Should I do it? And I said, please trust me, just do it. And he was totally charming, very trustful, because we just met. And he just said, right, I'm going to do it. And a couple of days later, he had a few people and he said, is this really on the level? Because obviously people were saying to him, oh, this is not real. Nobody's going to pay you that. And he said to me, Inga, he said, look, I'm from a very poor family. My father is very sick. We can't afford the doctor. We can't afford the hospital. Is this real? And I said, trust me, Vivek, I would not be saying things like this to you if this wasn't real. You don't have to pay any money. You have your people. Just continue doing what you're doing. A couple of days later, he got back to me and he said, well, I've got this many people. Does this mean that I've earned basically $1,500? And I said, yes, that's what you will get back, but you will get back even more. He absolutely cried on the phone. He said, I can't thank you enough and blah, blah, blah. And I said, look, very kind of you. Don't thank me. Go out and share and do the same thing for other people. And he left me a lovely voicemail a couple of days ago, which I shared with a few people. And I said, look at this guy. He's so lovely. I feel great because I have helped him. And he is going out and sharing this with other people. He is the youngest working member of his family. And the rest are poor or they're ill or they have out of work and all of this. And he said to me, my parents and everybody are going to be so proud of me that I am managing to I can carry my whole family on this. What an amazing thing, And I just see again, he's thank you. I said, no, thank you. It's absolutely fine. It's my pleasure to make you do this. Please go and share. And he's going to make lots of people happy. Every time I hear his voice, I'm happy. It's going to make 5 billion happy. Let's all be happy and make some money. This is the way it is. So without further ado, I'm going to hand over to Ellen, who is going to walk you through the back office and point out some of the features and tell you why it's important that you should be logging in to check it out. Afterwards, we'll come back and we'll do some Q&A after this section.
Unmute it would be good if I was unmuted. That would be helpful. So thank you so much, Inga, for that great presentation. Yes, we are in a very unique position to go out and share prosperity with really the world. And as you all know, when you give to others, it comes back to you over and over and over again. And that was a wonderful story of just hearing how people's lives are being changed. So one thing to note, everything on this site, most everything that's green is live. So right now we're on the homepage that gives you some good information about 5 billion sales and what people will see on the website. So that's a great page to be able to share with people. And then it brings you into your affiliate homepage once you're able to sign up, right? And so here, what you're going to see is that you have the countdown clock that Inga's been talking about. So we're looking at a December 21st launch date, gives you some information about the beta test, just brings you back to some news pieces, the affiliate fee that we don't quite know what it is, and the next steps. What are the things we should be doing before launch? But the main thing that you want from this page is your affiliate link, right? Because with that, you can invite other people to join. And just make sure that you click on the copy link piece so that you can get the exact wording of your link. Don't try to type it in somewhere because it's too easy to make a mistake. And then with the QR code, you can copy that also. Just be sure you combine the QR code and the link whenever you post or send messages to people, if you do want to include the QR code, because if you're on a cell phone, it's hard to use the QR reader. And so this is just another link that gets you into your link, and then a piece about your status. And we'll look at the profile in a few minutes just to show you where you can fill all this out. And it just helps people know who you are and what you're contributing to the operation of being part of 5 billion sales. Now, right here, it gives you a series of steps that you can take to build your team. And it starts you off with being a starter. And then if you get one person under you, with that person getting another person, you become started. And as Inger said, being active as an affiliate and getting that free for life just means you need one person. And that person does not have to recruit another person. But if they want to also be a free affiliate for life, they do need to recruit another person. And then if you get 6 affiliates, you're a builder level. Superstar is 10 affiliates, and you're beginning to get people on level 2, and it works you down into the leader. And after launch, we're going to be getting some rewards for that work. But right now in pre-launch, we're not being paid. We're just really building our teams so that when these services, because we're going to go to 9 services, when these services are launched, this way we'll already have a team established and we'll be able to share substantially with all the people that are part of what we're doing. So I would encourage you to apply for the leader position in your country. It comes with added financial incentives, and it just gives you the opportunity to be supportive of people that are living in your country. And then this allows you to look at how many clicks you've had on your link, and then how many people have joined. The rest of this page down here, that'll be filled out once we're launched. And the rest of the page gives you some news items that you can check in on, but this also really is helpful because these are your details about the people that have joined you. And it gives you their mobile phone number, it gives you their email address, and with that phone number, you can check on WhatsApp to see if you can communicate with them, or Telegram, or if not, you can always send them an email. So it's very important that we have our knowledge of where to get the information about the people that are part of our team. And the rest of this, again, is FAQs and just important facts. Another important place to look when you come onto your site is the news section. And if you see a red dot, that means that there's something there that you need to read. And it comes up with different news items like this because of the wild interest in 5 billion sales. Like Inger said, I know I've never seen anything like this, where something is totally free and can give you the option to earn so much money. So you have to be very careful with your password, with the information. You need to set up a secret code so that you have the ability to keep your money safe. And it just gives you other information that you should scroll down and read. It will help you really understand what 5 billion sales is all about. And then the downline. This is the fun part of looking at your site every day. I would encourage you, if not several times a day, but at a minimum, you want to go in at least once a week so that they can see that you're actively engaged. And what you can do on level 1 is that you get to see how many people you have enrolled directly to you on level 1, how many people are inactive, how many are active. So one of the jobs I have to do over the next 5 to 6 weeks before we launch on December 21st is to see if I can get every inactive person to get one person under them so that they can move to this active stage. And then on launch, I have 61 people who are all affiliates, all talking to other people, all improving their lives and getting prosperous and sharing this gift with others that they see every day, or part of their family, or just friends or people on social media. And you can also look at what each person is doing. And we have Dinesh here with us. He's doing great. And here you're able to see the number of people that he has on his team. And this is his profile area, right? And it just gives you, again, just information about what it is that Dinesh might be able to share with you or help other people understand. Now, you also can take that to active only or inactive, and you can see the email addresses just like we did in the first page of the affiliate home page. This is the part where we're getting paid overrides 16 levels down. And this is quite fascinating to look at as you get a team under you, because you'll be able to see how many people you have, who's active, not who, but how many numbers of the people are active and inactive. And then ultimately, once we launch, we're going to be looking at the override payment that you would be getting for that level. And then the override payment you're going to be getting for service 2, which is working with businesses. And override C deals with the profit sharing that you would get from the businesses. For the businesses, it's $1 for the client that you bring in. But if you get into profit sharing, it ranges from $10 to $50 a year. So that can add up substantially. And if we can get all of these inactive people, right, down here to just get one person, it means that will be unbelievable for all of us as we move forward. And they also do some pieces on the structure of the whole site here. Now, marketing, you have an overview, and then they give you some emails that are already connected to your affiliate link, your invitation link. You can copy and paste and send those emails out. They give you a video, and this video can be linked right here to your affiliate link. And then when you send that, you copy it from your browser after you do that. And then when you send that out to your leads or prospects, they get to see the homepage. But when they register now, they'll be put into your affiliate link. So that's a nice way if you have someone that wants to know more about the site, because they can't really get on the site until they sign up. And then we have banners. And I have to send this to Inger so she could put it in her group, but they made one banner for us that excludes the statement, earn $500,000 affiliate commission, so that none of us would have a problem. But I'll get that to Inger so she can post that. To get the links again, to have your affiliate link, and how to use social media with some ideas, some posts that you can put up, and resources from various companies that help you find leads. Now, they have a very robust help system. As you heard Inger tell us a couple hours ago, she had a question about people who may need some support in getting paid. She was able to go to the bottom of the page, on any page here in the website, and click on this. And from there, you just enter your name, your email address, and what the issue is. And Inger had a response back in an hour or less, even probably. And so it's quite interesting how quickly support is there for us to make sure that we can always know what we need to be doing. So just remember, any page, go to the bottom, click on contact. It's not highlighted until you put your cursor over it. And you also will find a whole series of FAQs here that I would encourage everyone to read. This is the base of what we're going to be doing. As we know, because this is such a lucrative commitment on 5 billion sales' part, they do not want to divulge everything that they're going to do with us until we're launched. And so therefore, you have to put some of the pieces together on your own as you read it, but it's a very helpful piece to read. And then you can get specific information on service 1 that Inger explained so clearly to us, and service 2, where we're going to be working with the businesses. And those are the 2 services that are going to be launched on December 21st. Now, this is a very important part of this website. When you see a number next to this messages, that means either you haven't read something from the news, or you may have a new person that has signed up. And you'll just click on new from admin, and then you can open up and see who is the most recent person that has signed up under you. And then under your name, you get the option to put in your profile. And it doesn't have to be very long, you can put just some information about who you are, what's important to you, so people have a sense of who you are. And then the status, which we looked at on the first affiliate homepage, is also available here. And then you have settings for the different parts of the website. And here's where you have your secret code. I know that we were talking about that on other groups that wondered where it was. So now we know it's in the account settings, and that's where you can go in and adjust your password, your username, and then you can get your QR invite again, or you can log out. And as an international platform, they've done an awesome job of giving us so many different languages that we can move into, and you can just flip it back to your original language if you need to. And then there's a marker for Telegram that is the best way to get the most recent news on 5 billion sales. And just make sure that you're getting into the right corporate 5 billion sales site, because right now it appears that they're getting people who are copying the work because they can see that this has so much potential. And one thing I just wanted to mention is that I had some issues with couple of countries that don't have zip codes, and you really need to put in a zip code when you have someone signing up. And so I was told by support that just put in a 5-digit number that you can remember. So they said 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is fine to put in, but you have to put something in. If someone asks you and says that, oh, my country doesn't have it, just instruct them to do that. So that is the long and short of being in the website with 5 billion sales. And it really, I think, helps us just move forward in a great position. Thank you, Inger.
Oh, thank you. Okay, well, we have one question in the chat. This afternoon we had loads, so we've maybe just talked everybody out. So what is this question? Where's it gone? Now I've deleted it, I think. Has anybody got a question? You want to raise a hand or anything, or type it in the chat and we'll go through it. Is there anything you'd like to discuss? Anything further? I mean, it really is that simple. And again, I don't want to bore you all and repeat myself, but I would just urge everybody to take advantage of this, because I've never seen anything like it, and I really don't think that there will be anything like this again. I just don't know how a company could beat something like this. And I don't know if Ellen mentioned it, sorry, because I had to take a call, but we're just at the beginning here. Obviously, we're fortunate because we're in pre-launch. So whoever invited you, go and give them a hug, or remember to say thank you for being invited to join this amazing situation. But this is just the beginning. We've got service 1 and 2 being launched on 41 days time. Then service 3 is going to follow straight away, which is, we don't know exactly, but it's like linking companies to the same situation. We don't have to, well, we can pick and choose, but basically we can do it all. They're going to create, 5B are going to create up to 9 different services at the moment, and we will be able to utilize our teams and take advantage of all of these different programs. So there's like an abundance of money to be made, actually. It's quite insane. The other thing is, of course, is this doesn't stop. You know, a lot of people ask me and say, well, you know, how many people do I have to get on my level 1, and how many, you know, what's the maximum? There is no maximum. You can go as wide as you like. You can have 5 on your level 1, 50, 500. In a few years' time, you might have 5,000 on your level 1. It just continues. It is really and truly phenomenal. So that, again, just blows my mind, really. And again, it just comes down to helping people. Not everybody understands about data. If you can't explain about data, it's pretty simple. But if you feel that you can't, or you're tongue-tied, bring them to a Zoom. That's why we're doing the Zooms. And just say, look, just hop onto this Zoom and you can ask questions. As you can see, this is really transparent. I mean, we have no scripts. We have no storyboards. There's no big system to learn. It's very, very simple. So again, we just encourage everybody to go out and share the love, because this is really where it's at, to be honest. Again, never seen anything like it. So a question there. Is that a question, Ellen, in the chat?
No, no questions.
Okay. Goodbye. No. If anybody has anything to say, please. If you want to know anything, or you want me to go over anything again, it's perfectly fine. The more we help you, the more you will go out and help other people. And that's as well what we're trying to say here. Spend a little bit of time. Show people, maybe help them make their texts. I usually make the texts for my people because I've seen that sometimes I've said to them, okay, here's the script, do this and that. and they haven't done anything about it. So I just say to them, look, send me your affiliate link. I'll make them the text, put their link in, and then I just fire it off to them. Because, then they will actively just go, good evening, Mr. Switzerland. They will just actively then go and start inviting people. And that, again, is really cool.
So we have a couple of questions. So Ryan's asking, would the developers show us their identity?
I don't know about that. I don't think so, to be honest with you. They've got another 25 websites. They've got a big investment company. And I think they just like being behind the scenes. They want us to be the face of the company. And I think that's actually pretty cool for us. Again, as Ellen said, encourage you to go and be a leader, not only to be a leader in your country, but there are financial bonuses attached to that as well. There are more incentives. I mean, to be honest with you, as soon as we launch, every which way you turn, they're going to be throwing money at you. Literally, this is not a joke. This is serious. What with 9 services, leadership bonuses and other stuff, there are other strings attached to these services as well. We don't know what they are because they don't want to tell us yet, because they don't want to give the game away. It's all top secret stuff. But I can see Danny in Switzerland, he's smiling because he's, the Swiss man knows where the money is. This is what it's all about. So yes, I mean, it's just incredible. And I don't know how you can explain it more, that the more you share something good, the more money you will make. So help people. Spend a little bit of time. If you just spend 5 minutes with the newest person that you've invited, it's not a race. It's not like how many people can I get in. Quality is better than quantity. Don't just sign them up and forget about them. Say to them, okay, do you understand about data? Come to a Zoom. Send me your affiliate link. Let me make you a text. And then they will go and they'll invite, and they'll get a very quick result. They'll get a response straight away. Someone will say, oh, what is this? Is it real? And you can say, yes, it is real. Hey, these people really know what they're doing. And it just takes off. And then they'll come to a Zoom. They'll go, oh, wow. Hey, they're really open and transparent. We can do this. And then they go off and they'll be running. I've had people in South Africa, in Nigeria, in South America, in Mexico, in the UK, and I haven't heard from them. And then I get a text and I go, hey, how's it going? Because I try to check in with people. And they go, yeah, it's great. It's going really great. I started my own group and I pass all your messages on to my group. And there could have been some people on here that are from people, direct to me, but I don't know because it's actually going so fast.
So we have a couple of questions.
Oh, yes, I'll shut up. Oh, questions.
No, I didn't mean it that way.
I love questions. Go.
Yeah, so Mikhail is asking, and if the people whom I've invited are not active and do not invite anyone, will I get money for them?
No, you don't get money for just inviting somebody. They need to be a user of service 1 because it's all about the data. 5 billion sales are not going to pay us just for somebody signing up. It's about the data. But again, this comes down to us to educate people and say to people, look, do you realize what you're getting the money for? Because sometimes people, they have no idea. But it's our responsibility to educate them and say, right, you are going to be paid $400 a year for your data. And they don't have to do that, as we said in the beginning, that you can do the business without giving your social media data away. But again, 99.9% of people will want the $400 because it's free. You don't have to do anything different for that. You don't have to visit specific sites. You don't have to go anywhere. You don't have to click on anything. You just do what you normally do. 5 billion, gather the data, and you get paid $400. You do, to be an active affiliate, you need to have one person registered underneath you, just one. And again, this could be a spouse or a cousin or whatever. The only thing that I need to point out is that if it is your life partner or your husband or whatever, they need to log in and sign up from their phone or their PC because it's about the IP address. If you both have the same IP address, it's not going to work. Because every time they click on the link, they'll just end up going into your thing. So, but that's easy because like really everybody has their own phone, right? And again, that's good. So yeah, and that's all there is to it. You don't have to be a user, but I'm certainly going to be a user because I want a free $400. I don't have to change my habits or anything. I just do what I'm going to do. And within a year, I will be paid $400. And everybody directly that I invite that does the same. And that's what you're getting the $100 for on the first level, because those people will be users. Like the guy who sponsored me, I'm going to be using and getting $400. He will get $100 for me because he invited me directly. And Ellen, the same. She is going to say, yes, I want the $400. And because she does that, I'll get $100. And then again, 16 levels, the next 15 levels under that to 16 levels, $5 for every person. It's huge. It's absolutely huge.
The next question kind of goes right into what you're talking about. This is from Obed, and he's asking, I would need a little clarification on the levels. How do I migrate from one level to another in that order?
You invite people and the system will do it automatically. If you go into your back office, you'll see levels, you'll see a tab that says levels 1 to 16. The thing is, we're passing on information here and we're educating people. So essentially, the people that it's important to share the information correctly so people understand. The people on your first level, and this is again very cool, you're only responsible, if you like, in a way, if you share the knowledge correctly to your first level, then they will share with their next level and so on. And guess what? You get paid. You know, you can invite somebody really cool. I mean, you don't know. Again, this doesn't have to be a networker. It could just be somebody who goes, wow, I need the money and I'm going to do that. I'm just maybe somebody who you wouldn't consider to be a networker. Maybe, you know, a housewife in Toronto, and they just go, I want that money. And she'll go out and tell all of her friends. And before you know it, she's got 5,000 people under her. And that means you've got $25,000 a year, just like that. I have some people in my team that haven't really done so much, but they've invited a few other people who have really done well, and they've pushed their numbers up the ranks, and those people they're going to do really well. So we can't control that. If you go to levels, if you go to your personal profile, you see the different levels from starter to started and so on, and it shows you how many people you need to go up to each one. But again, everything filters down. You know, it's like a chocolate fountain. It's all going down. The sweetness. Help people. Just help people, and then show them that it's easy. Just tell them, register people for free, share your link, make money. That's exactly how it's going to go. We're going to be live in 41 days, which is about the 20th, 21st of December. I have no doubt that the company are going to be on time. Ellen and I have been with two companies who, number one, they didn't ever pay people to do beta testing the way these people are. And secondly, there was never any clear launch date. It was always, well, we're going to launch in a month. Oh, yeah, well, it's a couple of weeks later. Oh, yeah, there's been a glitch. It'll be another week. 5 billion sales have said we have been stuck to our targets. So I have every confidence now that when they say we're launching in 41 days, we're launching on the 21st, whatever date that is, but 41 days from now. That means that they will begin to start gathering the data. By the end of January, at the very latest, I expect that we will start to be paid. They're going to pay us every 7 to 14 days, and the money is just going to keep on coming, just going to keep on flowing. And the more people you have in your team, the more money you will make.
That's great. Another question from Joel. Can an inactive affiliate get paid? Can I get paid from him? And when will we get paid after launch, which you just answered?
Yeah, an inactive affiliate, will you get paid for them? Well, yes, if they are not active, if they don't do anything and invite anybody, but they're still a user, you will get paid. If they're a direct person, say, and they don't invite anybody, well, they have to invite one person, but they're not going to refuse the free $400 because, Joel, you're going to say to them, hey, do you realize you have to click on this link and you will start getting paid your $400? So then, yes, you would get your $100. But again, it's important to make sure that everybody, your direct people, are explaining all of this to other people. And just, I mean, it doesn't, look, we spend about an hour on Zoom each time. It doesn't really take that long to explain this. It's actually very simple, but we like to answer the questions and we like to walk you through the back office. But if you're explaining something to somebody, just keep it very short and simple and just say, look, it's about data. This is all you do. You click on here for free, invite some people, and you learn as you go along. And again, it's so simple, but trust me, once people realize that they're going to get $400 for free for their data, and that everybody that they invite is worth $100 to them, trust me, they're going to run, because there's never been an easier way. And the beautiful thing about this is the free equal opportunity, the fact that this is the same for people in Asia, South America, the Philippines, Africa, Vietnam, we're all equal in this. It's amazing. And that's why I love it, because again, we've all seen many opportunities that people couldn't afford. It was too expensive or people didn't understand. This is 100% global, where we are all absolutely equal. We can all make the same amount of money.
So Obed has another question. Are my annual commissions or earnings going to be paid in installments or in a lump sum? And how can I withdraw my earnings?
Right. Yes, the earnings will be paid again. Just take, for example, your $400. They're not going to pay us $400 up front, okay? Nobody pays you before they've got the goods. But we don't have to wait to the end of the year either. They are going to pay in installments. They're going to pay us every 7 to 14 days. So if you have, and this is what's really cool as well about it, because you will keep accumulating money, because you're going to keep bringing people in. So if you bring somebody in next week, you're going to start being paid for them in January. They'll juggle all of that up, because the data, everybody's data will begin to be collected when the site goes live. So all of us here and all of our people and everything, on the first live day, that's when we all really begin. But then you bring somebody in, say, on the 15th of January, 2 people sign up. Then their year will run from the 15th of January 2022 to 15th of January 2023. And they will get into the mix, and you'll start to be paid for them every 7 or 14 days, and so on. And you can keep bringing people in. Again, on your first level, you can go as wide as you like. So you're basically creating your own money train. People say to me, well, how much can I earn? And I say, well, how much do you want to make? There are no limits. There are no limits. And the thing that frustrates me the most is that people who say, yeah, I want to do it, and then they don't do anything. And then I feel like I'm chasing them. I tell you, I have amongst my friends, I don't think there's anybody here actually, but one guy, but I won't tell you who it is. But amongst my friends, I have about 5 or 6 networkers who I've been with in other businesses. I have nagged them. I have been like a wife to them on the phone, texting them, do this, do this, do this. No, yeah, I can't be bothered. I'm busy with this. I said, do it, do it, do it. And then when the penny drops, they call me and they go, is this really right? If I invite 10 people, am I going to get $1,000? I'm like, yeah. Oh, and then I'll get another text. And this actually happened with an English guy yesterday. And I've been nagging him for about 5 weeks, literally. And every day I think, oh my God, why is he doing this? Why? Because he's driving me crazy, because I know he's working hard selling some kind of health product. He's also selling an investment fund that nobody can afford because the world is broke, right? And I'm thinking, he knows so many people, he could be making money. And I thought, is he going to be so cheesed off here when he finally realizes, and he's going to think, oh man, I shouldn't have wasted all that time. But I've nagged him. I've really nagged him, because these are people I care about, that I've worked with, and it's so easy. But when they get it, honestly, they're like a cannonball. It's like firing a cannonball at a money target. They just go whoosh, And then I don't hear from them at all. I just see their figures going up all the time. So this is exciting. Yes.
So Ryan has kindly put in a link to the payments to members on the site.
Yeah.
So that's helpful. And we have another question from Praveen. Any possibility of cyber crimes by sharing our data? This question is asked to me by one person to whom I have approached.
Did you ask Facebook if that was the case with them, or Twitter or Instagram? No. All that 5 billion are doing is what all of these other companies are doing anyway. Cybercrime is cybercrime. The only thing that I would say is be very protective of your security, as 5 billion have said, with your passwords, with your security codes. Change them frequently, write them down somewhere so you don't forget and screw up, because you need them to get into your payment system. And as well, if anybody hasn't done it, and I'm not sure if Ellen mentioned it, but the green banner, there is a green banner if you go into Affiliate Home and you're requested to put in a 6-digit number. That is your first security code. Obviously, you've got your password and all the rest of it. They're trying to make us double safe. But also, this is the key to accessing our money. And again, please be proactive. If you have a payment system that is unique to your country, they might not know about what's going on in Costa Rica. Find out, tell them, let them know. So Ryan, you have your hand up. You can unmute if you like, Ryan, because
I think it's Danish.
Oh, is that Danish? I have Ryan here as well with his hand.
Oh, you do? Oh, yes, I'm sorry. I didn't see that. My apology, Ryan.
You can unmute, Ryan. It's always a pleasure to talk to you.
Hi, good evening, everybody. Good evening, Inga.
Hi.
Hi. So the session is so much more clearer now about 5 billion sales being more of a software company, a program, rather than a social media platform. I love the concept. I just have a question about, someone asked me this question. I said, okay, it's a company collecting data. This is definitely nothing new. There are many companies collecting data. Is there a possibility of them giving us a phishing link which they can use to hijack a computer or freeze our accounts?
No, I don't. Why would they want to do that?
That was just a question thrown at me.
No, they want us to succeed. We're not doing. They're only collecting. We don't have to do anything different. Okay, we just do what we would normally do. We don't even have to think about it. The way it'll probably arrive, and again, I don't know. I just envisage this is the way that it is. When we go onto an app or a service or want to read a news article or anything online. Now it comes up, do you agree to the terms and conditions and allow cookies? We click yes. That gives them the right to that site or whatever app to mine our data. And I think this is how it's going to be with 5 billion. Maybe we will all get an email. I think they can probably, they're so smart anyway. They can track stuff now if they want to. And that's what we'll do. Anyway, let me not digress. We'll get something like that and we click on that. And that is basically giving them to do this, collect our data for a year, for which we'll be paid $400. And that'll be it. They'll keep it really, really simple. I can't see it being any more involved than that.
So Danish has a question too.
Danish, do you want to speak? You can speak if you like and unmute.
Good evening, Inger.
Hi.
Hi, Ellen. Good evening to everyone. No, actually, I do not have any question. I was talking to Ryan, and by mistake, I just sent the message in open.
I see.
It was a direct message, but still, thanks for giving me opportunity to speak. Well, I'm thrilled about this opportunity and hoping to launch it so soon. And I'm getting good response and very positive response from the people. And I'm damn sure we are going to deliver something amazing to everyone whosoever is associated with us in 5 billion sales. And I really want to convey my message to all the members who are here in the session that do not waste your time thinking about the opportunity or just you still want to more clarify about it, just go for it. And by the time this opportunity is going to launch in your country and on international level, you should have a great team and huge team, so you can make a huge money, and all those people who are in your team, they also can make huge money. And don't waste your time, just go for it. This is all from my side, Andy.
Yes, thank you, Dinesh. Obed would like, I think, to hook up with you, Inger, after this session. And Ryan has kindly put in a link that lets people see that this data mining is nothing new. So with that, I need to go to another Zoom meeting.
Yeah,
so I need to
be fine. Yeah,
myself.
You go ahead. That's fine. I'll just,
Okay.
yeah, that's great. Okay, thank you, Ellen. I'll speak to you soon. Yeah, the thing is that, you know, all of these companies are doing this anyway. So why don't we get paid for it? Because basically they are making the money, and all 5 billion are doing is saying, right, okay, as I said, they want to make it really easy. They don't want to make it complicated, and it'll just be a trade-off. I was going to give you an example there. I just wanted to finish what I was saying. But sometimes, maybe when people have clicked on links, and this is how good they are, okay? Sometimes when people click on a link, they might get an error message if you send out a link. This happens mainly, this is not the fault of the user, but maybe their device isn't working well, or they're in a poor reception area. Or I had a chap today in Bangladesh, his browser was out of date, he needed to update it, and then he will get an error message. If this happens, and sometimes repeatedly you can say to somebody, look, you clear your cache, you delete your history, you log out, you log in, and you try again, because the links always work. But to help them, to help 5 billion, they want to know, okay? They want to know if something's not working, they are on it. So I usually take a screenshot of the error message, because obviously we all get different error messages. I send it to them with the person's device, that today it was iPhone 6, they were using Safari, they were actually, sorry, in India, not Bangladesh, and I send them the information. You know what? Their system is so sophisticated, they can go in and pinpoint that person, and then they come back to me with a message, and they just said to me, oh, his browser's out of date, he's using an old version of Google, tell him to update it and it'll be fine. And I'm like blown away with this. And this has happened before in Africa and with other people as well. That they can, because 99.9% of the time it works. So when it doesn't work, they have my link, and he said to me, yeah, of course your link is fine, which I knew because I was on the site. But they can see who's clicked on my link, where that person is from, and all of that. So I have no problem whatsoever that we're going to be paid very well, because they're going to get this data. They have such a smart system. And trust me, they're good people. Ellen and I have been dealing with them now since we came on board, because I wanted to, I'm kind of nosy, okay, and I like to know who I'm dealing with, especially as they're behind the scenes. I kind of thought, well, and I did actually, the first thing we did was I got involved, and then I quickly got in touch with Ellen, because she's now a dear friend. And I said, you've got to join this thing, Ellen. It's just blowing me away. I said, just do it. Of course, Ellen being amazing, she just said, yes, right. But she was getting so many invitations from 5 billion. She clicked on somebody else's link and ended up joining under somebody else. And she got back to me and she said, oh, disaster. I've joined under somebody else. Don't worry, we'll contact support and I'll get moved over to you. So I said, yeah, disaster. You can't go anywhere else. You're my Ellen, I want you. So that was that. Anyway, within 2 minutes, support had got back, because she'd written and because I'd written. They moved her and said, right, okay, not a problem. That's fine, because we both submitted the same information. My first thought was, you know what? I like this, because a lot of websites that you see, it was my first dealing with 5 billion. A lot of websites you see are all front. They might have lots of flashing images and some cars and some stuff. But when you go to get the help or the support, there's nothing behind all of this. And when I realized how good the support was, I thought, this is a classy operation. And the way that they've translated the whole website, just by a click, the whole website is changed into Hindi, Polish, Spanish, French, Arabic, amazing, you know, and that is as well, there's substance behind there, and they're building, I mean, the site will be the same, but they're building the real site, if you like, behind this. And people who have been on 5 billion for a few weeks, they'll see other little things creeping in all the time. Because, you know, I've had experience with this, okay, because I've had a couple of websites myself and been involved with other companies. A website is not something where you just flick a switch and it all goes on, okay? You have to switch it on bit by bit. You switch on part of the system, that heats up and propagates, and then the next, and that fills in the gap, and so on. So it takes time. It's not, you know, on off like a light. It takes time to do, and that's what they're doing behind. So when you see little things happening on the website, because I've seen lots of little features being added now. You know, when I first started, you could only have somebody's email address. There wasn't the number. We couldn't find them with the little binoculars, like to view somebody, and all of this. Just these little things are creeping in, and that's what they're doing. They're building this to get ready for the launch. Now the payment system, now they want to know. So if you have a but a system that is for you in your particular country, tell them, because they want to know. Like the lady from Rwanda, the refugees. I mean, I never thought about refugees until today doing this, but, you know, great question. They were straight back and said, tell her to get in touch with us and we'll sort something out if they can only be paid by phone. Because right now, they're refugees, they don't have any documents, they don't have any ID, so they can't open a bank account. So how are they going to get paid? Now, think of the hope that these people now have in this refugee camp. Previously, they had no hope. Now, 5 billion have given them this hope that in January, they're going to start having real money. So when they get out of these camps or wherever they are, they can start a life. That would never have happened in Rwanda without 5 billion. Never. And this is real money, thousands of dollars. Amazing. They could maybe even buy a house after a few months. Incredible. This is the power that we have to help people and change people's lives for the good. So again, I always say, just go and share. The more you help, the more money you will make. Any other questions? Okay, now I see 12 chats. Now, without Ellen, I need to put the glasses on. Excuse me. Do we have questions? I've loved the presentation from you. Thank you so much. I will pass it on to Ryan. The link to show that's Ryan is great. Now it's our time to earn from our data. It absolutely is. So let me see. Somebody's coming in a little bit late here. I think, I'm not sure, but I think all the time differences have changed now around the world. I've just been posting the English time because I thought if I try and add everybody else's time, I might screw it up, okay? So I've just put the English time and the world clock for my Zooms, but when I'm really confident that everybody's time zone has altered for the autumn, I will put all of the other countries back on again. I just was so scared about screwing it up. So any questions? Tell me now. No, are we good? Okay, so there will be, I'm sure Ryan will be doing a Zoom and I'd love to join him on that. I do every Wednesday at these same times, 3 o'clock UK time and 6 o'clock UK time. You're very welcome to join. If you want me to do a group Zoom at a particular time for your country, then you can get in touch with me either via my Telegram chat or via your upline or something. Get in touch with me and we will figure something out if you want me to do that, if you have a team. I'm quite happy to do that. Again, it's really simple, but I'm here to support you all. Now is our time to earn from our data. Is there anything else? No more messages? Okay, so if nobody else has got a question, I'm going to bid you good evening and just encourage you all to get out there and share like crazy, because what else is there better to do than this? Seriously, within 2 years, US dollar millionaire, every single person on this chat. Trust me, trust me. And by the way, people say, last thing, okay, because I do talk a lot. People say to me, how do I build a team? Very simple. You want a team of 5,000 people? You invite one person yourself for 30 days and you get them to do the same. So the first person you invite, they do it for 29 days and so on, and 28 days. After 30 days, you will have a team of just short, I think it's 4,996 or something like that in 30 days. And because I'm no good at maths and because I'm no good at technical stuff, okay, I spent about 6 hours with a calculator, making sure I was doing it right and that was the right thing. And then I decided I wanted to go and prove it, okay? I thought, no, I need to. I can't tell people to go and do that and not do it myself. Today is my 60th day with 5 billion sales. I have 13,500 people in my team, okay? 13,500 in 60 days. Trust me, if I can do it, anybody can do it. I just sent a few texts, I post on LinkedIn, and I just talk to people. That's all I do. You don't have to be a techno wizard. You don't have to be a smart seller. You don't have to be a super networker or anything like that. Just talk to people and share. Be excited about it and share. We have something very, very special. Okay, I definitely need to stop talking now because otherwise I'll never shut up. Okay, take care. Thank you very much for joining me. It's been a pleasure. And I look forward to seeing you all very soon with a whole load of more people. Let's get them on here and, you know, educate them about data and 5 billion and how much money they can make. What a joy. So I have a recording of this afternoon's session. I will post that on my chat. Again, if anyone wants to get hold of me, they can do so via Telegram chat and go to your upline. Somebody will have my number somewhere and we can talk if anybody has another question. Okay, have a great evening, guys. Thank you for joining me. And
thanks, Inga.
take care. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye, bye. Bye, everybody.